Leg muscle weakness in seniors is reversible. Start with these foods. Before we begin, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for being here, for taking time not just to watch, but to take care of the body that's carried you this far. You didn't even notice it at first, just a little more effort to rise out of your favorite chair. A pause before stepping off the curb. That slight push from your hands to get upright, so automatic, you didn't even think twice. You told yourself it was normal. It's what people say, right? This is what getting older feels like, but quietly, something inside you began to whisper. Why does this feel different than just age? You used to move without thinking. You didn't hesitate before climbing stairs or leaning down to grab a shoe. But now, even the small things take more thought, more care, more energy. And it's not because you're lazy. You're not weak-minded. You've made it through decades of real life. You're tough. You've adapted. But lately, you've felt that something has shifted. It's not pain. It's not illness. It's something quieter, harder to explain. Your legs just don't feel like they used to. Maybe they feel heavier. Maybe you lose your balance for a second when getting up too fast. Or maybe you've started avoiding things, stairs, long walks, standing too long because you're not sure if your body will cooperate. And that's the moment fear creeps in. Not the loud, dramatic kind, but the soft kind that settles in your bones. The kind that makes you wonder, is this the beginning of the end of my independence? You don't want to say it out loud because you don't want to give it power. But deep down, you've asked yourself the question, what if my legs are giving out? And I didn't even notice it happening. The good news, you're not crazy, you're not broken, and most importantly, you're not out of options. What you're experiencing has a name. It's real. It's common. And here's the part no one tells you. It's reversible. That's right. The weakness you feel in your legs doesn't have to be permanent. In fact, your body may be waiting, begging for the right kind of support to rebuild. Not through pills, not through surgery, but through something you already do. Every day. Food. Yes. What you eat can either drain your muscles slowly or quietly restore the strength you thought was lost. You see, leg muscle weakness in seniors doesn't just happen overnight. It happens through quiet neglect of nutrients, of movement, of attention. But if you can feed the problem, you can also feed the solution. And in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you how. Because you deserve to know what's really going on in your legs. You deserve to know how to turn it around. And most of all, you deserve to feel strong again. This isn't about turning back time. It's about reclaiming what's still yours to protect. And it starts not with fear, but with breakfast. If you've been wondering what's really happening to your legs, why they don't feel as strong, as steady, or as trustworthy as they once did, here's the truth. Most people don't hear until it's too late. After the age of 60, your body begins to lose muscle naturally, and not just a little bit. Studies show that most adults lose 3 to 8% of their muscle mass with each passing decade after 60. That means even if you stay active, even if you eat pretty healthy, you could still be losing strength without even realizing it. It's called sarcopenia. It sounds technical, but it simply means age-related muscle loss. It's not a disease. It's not rare. It's not even your fault. It's biology. And unless you fight back with intention, it wins. This is why you might notice changes that sneak up on you. Getting up from the couch feels harder. Your knees buckle a little when you step off a curb. You don't walk quite as fast or as far as you used to. You feel drained doing something that once felt easy. At first you tell yourself, it's normal. I'm just getting older. But here's what normal doesn't have to mean. It doesn't have to mean losing your balance. It doesn't have to mean skipping your favorite places. It doesn't have to mean being afraid to go out alone. Because while sarcopenia is common, it's also treatable. You can stop it. You can slow it down. And yes, you can even reverse it. But it takes a shift in mindset, a shift in how you fuel your body, and a shift in what you believe is possible at any age. The truth is most seniors aren't eating enough protein, and even those who are, their bodies absorb less of it than they used to. That means you may be eating enough by the old standards, but your muscles are still starving. And it's not just about protein. Your body also needs vitamin D to help muscles contract properly, magnesium to calm the nerves and prevent cramps, potassium to keep your movements smooth, and hydration, yes, plain water, to carry all these nutrients where they're needed. It's like your body has a blueprint for staying strong. But if it doesn't have the materials, the house starts falling apart. And here's where it gets even more important. Muscle loss isn't just about movement. It's also tied to your immune system, your balance and fall risk, your ability to digest nutrients, even your mood and mental sharpness. So if you've been feeling off, not quite yourself, not as energized, clear-headed, or confident, don't just chalk it up to age. Your muscles are a messenger, and they're trying to tell you we need support. The beautiful part is that support doesn't have to be complicated. You don't need to change everything. You don't need to join a gym. You don't need to count calories or starve yourself. You just need to feed your muscles what they've been missing. And that begins with the right foods. Simple, powerful, everyday foods that work with your body, not against it. In the next part, I'll show you how to turn your kitchen into your medicine cabinet. Because reversing leg muscle weakness starts with what's on your plate, and the sooner you start, the sooner your strength returns. By now, you understand that losing strength in your legs after 60 is not just about aging. It is about your muscles not getting what they need. And one of the most important things they need is not more pills or more rest. It is better fuel. You eat every day. But is your food working for you or working against you? Most people think they are eating well enough. A little chicken here, some salad there maybe, a multivitamin. But here is the quiet truth. No one tells you. After the age of 60, your body becomes much less efficient at absorbing nutrients. That means even if you are eating protein, your muscles might not be getting enough of it to repair and grow. So what can you do? You start where you are. And you start with food that gives your body the building blocks, It needs to bring your strength back. There are three things your muscles are asking for right now. First, high-quality protein, not just any protein. Your muscles need what is called complete protein, which contains all the amino acids required for muscle repair. Eggs are a perfect example. Greek yogurt is another fish, like salmon or tuna. Also provide this kind of protein in a form that is easy to absorb. Second, you need minerals. Your muscles rely on magnesium to relax and potassium to contract smoothly. Without them, your movements feel shaky or weak. These minerals also help prevent leg cramps and maintain better control when standing or walking. Foods like spinach, pumpkin seeds, avocados, and bananas can help restore those levels naturally. Third, you need to eat at the right time. One of the most important meals of your day is breakfast. That is because your muscles have been fasting all night. If you skip breakfast or just eat toast and coffee, your muscles stay empty. But if you start the day with protein, you begin building strength from the first hour you are awake. Let me tell you about Janet. Janet is 74. She used to love gardening and walking her dog, but she started noticing that her legs felt like they were dragging. She told herself it was normal. But then one day, she almost tripped, trying to stand up from her recliner. That was her wake-up call. Instead of jumping into a gym program or spending money on fancy supplements, she started small. She added 2 eggs and a slice of avocado to her breakfast. She swapped crackers for Greek yogurt in the afternoon, and she drank more water throughout the day. 2 weeks later, she was getting up faster. A month later, she was walking farther without that heavy feeling. And most importantly, she started trusting her legs again. That is the power of food. It is not about eating perfectly. It is about eating with intention, knowing that every bite is either building you up or breaking you down. And if you have been feeling weaker lately, this is not the time to cut calories or follow trends. It is the time to feed your strength, because your legs are listening. They are waiting, and they are ready to rebuild if you give them what they need. In the next part, I will walk you through the 4 most powerful foods to fight leg muscle weakness. You do not need a special diet. You just need a few real foods that speak the language of your muscles. And the best part, you probably already have them in your kitchen. Now that you understand how important food is for your muscles, let us talk about 4 specific foods that can help you bring your strength back. These are not exotic or expensive. They are not part of any trendy diet. In fact, they are probably already sitting in your refrigerator or pantry, but when used intentionally, they can help reverse the quiet weakening that happens after 60. Food number 1 is eggs. If you could only choose one muscle-restoring food, this might be it. Eggs are one of the most complete sources of protein on the planet. They contain all 9 essential amino acids, the building blocks your muscles need to repair and grow stronger. More than that, eggs are easy to prepare, easy to chew, and easy to digest. For many seniors, this makes them one of the most accessible foods for recovery. One large egg has about 6 grams of protein. But more importantly, the type of protein in eggs has a high biological value, which means your body can absorb and use it efficiently. No waste, no guesswork. If you are worried about cholesterol, talk to your doctor. But for most healthy seniors, eating 1 to 2 eggs a day is not only safe, it is beneficial. Try this. Start your morning with 2 boiled or scrambled eggs and a slice of whole grain toast. You have just given your muscles their first repair kit of the day. Food number 2 is salmon or sardines. These fatty fish are loaded with high-quality protein, but they also contain something else your muscles need, especially after 60 omega-3 fatty acids. You might think omega-3s are just for your heart or brain, but studies show they also reduce inflammation in the body, which helps sore or aging muscles recover faster. They improve circulation, which brings more oxygen and nutrients to your legs. And they support joint health, which helps you move more freely. If you cannot access fresh fish, canned sardines or canned salmon are excellent alternatives. Just look for versions packed in water with no added salt. Try this. Make a salmon salad with Greek yogurt and lemon, or add sardines on top of whole grain crackers for a powerful snack. Your legs will thank you. Food. Number 3 is beets. This one might surprise you, but beets are one of the best natural foods to improve blood flow to your muscles. They contain natural compounds called nitrates, which help widen your blood vessels and increase oxygen delivery to your tissues, especially your legs. What does this mean for you? More energy, more endurance, better walking performance. Some studies show that older adults who consume beet juice or roasted beets before activity perform better on walking tests and experience less muscle fatigue. You do not need to drink juice every day. Simply roasting or boiling a few beets and adding them to your lunch or dinner 2 or 3 times a week can have a real effect over time. Try this. Slice cooked beets and pair them with olive oil and feta cheese or toss them into a salad. The taste is sweet, earthy, and surprisingly refreshing. Food number 4 is pumpkin seeds. Pumpkin seeds, sometimes called pepitas, are tiny, but they are packed with the minerals your muscles need to stay strong and coordinated. They are rich in magnesium, which helps relax your muscles and prevent cramping. They contain zinc, which helps with recovery and immune health. They also provide healthy fats and plant-based protein in a form your body can use. What makes pumpkin seeds so great is how easy they are to add to almost anything. A handful in the morning, a sprinkle on your salad, a spoonful in your yogurt. They disappear into your day, but leave behind real results. Try this. Mix a quarter cup of pumpkin seeds with some dried fruit for a snack, or sprinkle them over oatmeal in the morning. They add crunch flavor and powerful support. Now let us pause for a second. These 4 foods are not a magic fix. They are not overnight miracles, but they are steady, proven natural allies in your journey back to strength. You do not need to eat all of them every day. Even adding 1 or 2 consistently throughout the week can make a noticeable difference over time. And the key is consistency. Just like your muscles did not weaken in one day, they will not rebuild in one day either. But with the right fuel and a little patience, they will begin to change quietly, steadily, powerful. So look at your kitchen tonight. Do you have eggs? Do you have canned salmon? Do you have beets or pumpkin seeds? Pick one. Start there. Because when you nourish your body with real food, your body starts remembering how strong it can be. In the next part, we will talk about what to expect as you begin to eat for strength. The changes you might feel in your body, your confidence, and your daily life. Because this is not just about food. It is about the freedom that returns when your legs do too. When you change the way you eat, something surprising begins to happen. Not all at once. Not with fireworks, but in small ways that are easy to miss at first. Maybe you get up from the couch and realize you did not need to use your hands. Maybe you walk to the mailbox and do not feel that same pull in your thighs. Maybe you sleep a little deeper and wake up without as much stiffness in your knees. That is how strength returns. Not in leaps, but in quiet moments of ease. If you have added even one of those 4 foods we talked about, if you started eating more protein earlier in the day, if you swapped crackers for Greek yogurt or added a few roasted beets to your plate, then you may already be giving your legs exactly what they have been waiting for. It often takes 1 to 2 weeks for your body to start shifting. That is when muscles begin using those amino acids for repair. That is when inflammation starts to calm. That is when circulation improves and your energy picks up. You might feel more motivated to walk. You might feel less sore afterward. And you might feel a bit more confident when you stand. But it goes beyond the body. You see, when you start feeding your strength, you are also feeding your spirit. There is something powerful about doing something kind for yourself, choosing to nourish instead of ignore, choosing to act instead of accept decline. Many seniors say the biggest change is not just physical, it is emotional. They begin to trust themselves again. They feel less like they are fading and more like they are rebuilding. They go from thinking, I am getting weaker, to asking, what else can I do to stay strong? It is a shift that cannot be measured on a scale, but you feel it when you walk down the hallway, when you step into the shower, when you catch yourself doing something you had started to avoid. Here is what you can expect if you stay consistent. Week 1, you feel lighter. Standing up becomes easier. Your appetite improves, and you may sleep better. Week 2, your walking distance increases. You feel less wobbly. Stairs become more manageable. Week 4, you feel more independent. You may notice clothes fit better. You start planning walks or outings with more energy. These changes are not imagined. They are real, and they come from within you, from the moment you decided to pick up a fork and eat with purpose. Let me share something from a man named Harold. Harold is 78. He started adding 2 eggs every morning and a can of salmon twice a week. He told me I thought I was just getting old, but my legs were just hungry. Now I can stand up without pushing. That is not small. That is freedom. Freedom does not come from giant gestures. It comes from daily choices. And your plate is one of the most powerful places to start. So keep going, even on the days it feels slow. Even if you do not feel results right away. Your muscles are listening. They are responding. And soon you will feel it, not only in your legs, but in your life. In the next part, I will bring everything together. We will talk about how you can begin today with just one food, one step, and one decision to turn your strength back on, because it is not too late and it never was. You have come a long way in just one conversation. You looked at something most people try to ignore: the quiet weakening of your legs, the quiet fading of your strength. And instead of turning away, you leaned in. You asked the question, is this just aging, or is there something I can do? Now, you know the answer. Your body has not given up. Your muscles have not disappeared. They have been waiting, waiting for attention, waiting for support, waiting for you. And now you know how to give it. Not through fear, not through punishment, but through food, through simple choices, through daily habits that say to your body, I am not done yet, because you are not. Your legs are still listening. They are still capable. They still remember what it feels like to be steady and strong. And the beautiful part is that your recovery does not start in a clinic. It starts at your table. It starts with breakfast. It starts with one food added back to your plate. One intention whispered to your body, you matter. You are worth rebuilding. So here is what I invite you to do today. Look in your kitchen. Pick one food. We talked about. Maybe it is eggs. Maybe salmon. Maybe beets or pumpkin seeds. Choose one. Prepare it with care, and when you eat it, say to yourself, this is for my legs. This is for my strength. This is for the version of me who still wants to walk farther, stand taller, live fuller. Then share this message with someone you love, someone who has been sitting more than walking, someone who has started saying no to outings because their legs are quietly saying they are tired. You can be the reason they start again. You can be the encouragement they need. You can change not just your own future, but someone else's too, if this video helped you feel seen. If it gave you clarity or peace. Leave a comment and tell us which food you will start with today. Let others see that they are not alone, that rebuilding strength is possible at any age. And if you want to keep going with us, to keep learning how to stay strong after 60, to be part of a community that believes age is not the end of ability, then join us. Subscribe. Come back next week, because your journey does not end here. It begins here. And every step you take, every bite you eat, every choice you make from this point forward can lead you back to the strength you thought you lost. You can start today, and you should, because your body is listening and it is ready.